YouTube channel, Vastu Creations. Today we're going to look at a rectified chart for Sam Bankman-Fried, uh, uh, who is a crypto billionaire who lost everything, lost quite a bit around November 7th, 8th, during eclipse time, 2022. First, we're going to look and see what his karma is by where the Multikona signs fall, which are 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11. So the first sign of Aries is in the second house of wealth and fame. And that is in stability in relationships. So he's very focused on becoming wealthy and famous in this lifetime, and all that goes with it, learning to be worthy of that. Then we have the fourth sign of Cancer ruled by Moon in the house of investments, which is the cryptocurrency. And then it gives him great intuition. And then he's very much focused on partnerships. He had a partnership. That's the sixth sign of Virgo in the house of partnerships. And then how to deal with those partnerships. And then the seventh sign of Libra, ruled by Venus, in the eighth house, has to do with learning about major gains and major losses and obstacles that follow with that. Then we have the fifth sign of Leo, ruled by Sun, in the sixth house, and this house has to do with conflicts, losses, setbacks, debts. And then we have the ninth sign of Jupiter in a house, the career house. So really focused on career. And then we have Saturn ruling Aquarius in the 12th house of losses and expenses. So these are the things that he's focused on. And spiritual growth, it has to do with that 12th house as well. So any planets in that rule the 6th, 8th, and 12th house, the Dustana challenging houses, can cause some issues, and we'll see how that plays out in his chart. So Sun is poorly placed in a challenging house. It's at 22 degrees, and it can cause losses, and it affects it's close to the rising sign degree, which is 18 degrees, which is the most effective point of every house. So any planets that are within 5 degrees of that rising sign degree, like Sun, like Saturn, like Mars, like Jupiter, no, not Jupiter's not close, have a lot of impact in the chart. So this Sun can make him introverted and independent because of the and almost addictive with risks, like gambling, and but it does give him some independent managerial organizational skills. But there can be losses. And then we have Moon is at 16 degrees, close to the most effective point. So it's fairly strong, gives him a lot of intuition. And Moon is in the house of investments and trading, cryptocurrency, the fifth house. And so that can gives a lot of intuition, makes him a visionary. Definitely, being a multi-billionaire by the time he was 30 years old. Now Mars is at 19 degrees, also pretty strong and well placed. Gives wealth through ambition. It's ruling the house of wealth and fame, and gives him wealth through ambition. It can make him impulsive and courageous. Gives him some IT skills and managerial skills, and again, independent. entrepreneurial success. And then we have a weak, debilitated Mercury ruling the house of partnerships. So this can cause some stress in partnerships, gives him IT and analytical skills, but with setbacks because it is it's debilitated. And then we have a weak placement Jupiter. Jupiter's placed in the sixth house of conflict and debts and setbacks, and it's ruling the house of career. So it gives career through leadership abilities. Um, it can cause, because it's weak, can be have some questionable integrity issues. And it's afflicted by Rahu, which can cause unexpected events to your career. And then we have weak old age Venus, who is also functional malefic, in ruling the house of windfalls, but then also obstacles. And this is the house of other people's money. So that's what cryptocurrency is. You're working with other people's money. Then we have functional malefic Saturn at 19 degrees, ruling the 12th house. So this can make him introverted, but also very charitable, very service oriented. He's very, very charitable and wanted to help other people with the money. And because it's ruling that house, it can cause a lack of structure. So maybe not following all the rules. Like crypto is really not very well regulated. Most cryptocurrencies, so they're subject to huge gains and huge losses. Then we have functional malefic Rahu K2. They give him desire to be successful in his career and happiness through helping other people through charity. Um, and they're always opposite each other. In this configuration, it's a balance of work and home life. Maybe too much work and not enough paying attention to home life. Not sure if he was married. Does have a girlfriend. And let's look at the timing of events. So he began his career during a Jupiter period, Jupiter ruling the house of career. He worked for a trading company. And then he founded FTX, this crypto company, during a Venus period. So again, with the, it can be huge windfalls, but also cause some obstacles and losses. And then in November of 2022, early November, one of his companies got liquidated, and it caused a sell-off of this company called FTT, which caused a sell-off of FTX, which is the main crypto company. And on 11/8, people, a lot of people sold off, and there were billions of dollars lost. And this was during an eclipse. And then on the 11th of November 2022, he filed for bankruptcy, and supposedly may have transferred 10 billion to another company and possibly his girlfriend. So this is during a Venus-Mars period. So Venus, again, bringing the windfall and also the obstacles to his wealth. Now, at that same time, if you look at the circular chart on the left, you see the outer circles where the planets were on November 8th during the eclipse, and the inner circles where the birth planets were. And you can see that during the eclipse, his Rahu is afflicting Moon, which is having to do with his investments, the crypto, and it's also close to the most effective point within a degree. So it's afflicting that house of wealth, as well as one, the house of debts, the sixth house of debts, and the house of obstacles and challenges and drama, death-like experiences, the eighth house. And then you can see K2 is afflicting Sun and Mercury. So Sun is again debts, Mercury is partnerships, um, and then K2's afflicting the 12th house of losses. So quite a bit going on at that point to cause this major, major upset. What could we do to strengthen his chart? Well, he could. He's already was doing, or I intended to give a lot of money away to charity, which would have really helped K2 and Rahu, as well as Venus, Sun, and Saturn. And then he could have strengthened his debilitated Mars, Moon, and Mercury with gemstones, a green emerald, a diamond, and Mars, which would be a red coral, um, and Moon, which would have been a pearl. Or my favorite remedy, which is a kavash, which is a silver locket containing the Devata mantras to strengthen those benefic planets in his chart. Hope he does well. It looks pretty intense right now. Well, thank you for listening. If you're interested in a reading, you can go to www.vastucreations.com. If you're interested in learning Vedic astrology, as you can see, it's quite accurate. There are courses at that same vastucreations.com. And please subscribe to the channel to be alerted to new videos each week. Thank you so much.